Hi everyone, it's Abhinav from PhoneBunch and this is our review of the Lenovo Vibe P1m. Now the Lenovo Vibe P1m has a trick up its sleeve. It comes with a 3900 mAh battery inside. It's powered by the MediaTek MT6735p quad-core processor. And if we talk about the build, you'll see the volume rocker and power button on the right. At the top, you have the audio jack, micro USB port. On the left, there's a special power management key. If you toggle that, you enter a power saving mode readily. Just toggle it back and you enter the normal mode. It's pretty handy if you have very less battery. At the bottom, you have a single speaker and the microphone hole, which is made to look like the speaker again, just for uniformity. Moving to the back, you have an 8 megapixel camera with LED flash, secondary noise cancellation mic right there. On the insides, you have two SIM card slots. It is a 4G LTE cable device, a micro SD card slot, and the 3900 mAh non-removable battery. In the front, you have a 5 megapixel camera, a notification LED right beside the front camera. You have proximity and light sensors, and the main earpiece right there as well. Now, just below the display, you have capacitive buttons which do light up, but the backlight is very feeble. If you talk about this display, it is a 5-inch HD panel. The viewing angles are pretty decent. Color reproduction, however, is actually not that great. The Meizu M2 and the Redmi 2 Prime actually have better displays than this. Now, Lenovo has packed in a case with the Vibe P1m as well. It doesn't add that much heft, it looks good and fits very well. You can easily operate the buttons too, even though they are a bit mushy. Now, talking about network and call quality is just about decent. It is alright, we didn't have any major issues there. Noise cancellation doesn't work that well, especially when you are on calls. You do have call recording baked in here. You can take notes while you're talking to somebody as well. Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth as well as USB tethering did work fine, as they generally do. GPS also actually did work out quite fine. We didn't have any major issues there, although it is a bit slower than the Redmi 2 Prime. Now let's talk about this camera. So you have an 8 megapixel rear camera, a 5 megapixel front facing camera. The rear camera does take a little bit of time to save images, and there's not a lot you can do with the default camera app. It's pretty basic, just a few effects, a few filters, and that's just about it. On top of that, you can only record 720p videos with the rear camera, and the video quality is just about decent. It's not that great. The front facing camera again is nothing to write home about. Images turn out grainy, noisy, and in low light this camera just doesn't work well. Have a look at some of these image samples that we have captured in various lighting conditions. Not a lot of detail, the camera does take quite a bit of time to focus. The camera is quite literally the weakest point on the Lenovo Vibe P1m. Both the front and the rear camera are pretty average. The Redmi 2 Prime as well as the Meizu M2 have far better cameras. But that's not to say that this is a very bad camera. It is a pretty decent camera, just not as good as the other two. Color reproduction also goes for a toss when you are in low lighting conditions, which you can see right here. Not a lot of detail, the dynamic range is not great again. You do have autofocus in videos, but the videos don't turn out that crispy. They are very soft. And the exposure control again is not that good. It goes haywire very quickly and very easily. Now let's get to audio quality. The audio through the headset jack is pretty decent and the speaker here is quite loud too. There's not much distortion. The headset that comes within the box is again just about decent. It doesn't sound that well. 1080p videos do play fine, even though you can just record 720p videos with the rear camera of the device. Now you can see the notification LED better here on the right of the front facing camera, and USB OTG is also supported. I'll play a video. Now this is again a 1080p video. We are playing right off the USB storage. Video playback is pretty decent, it's not choppy, and there was no lag there too. No frame drops either. Now let's talk about software. So this is again the Lenovo launcher that we have seen previously in other Vibe devices as well. You have some theme support baked in as well. All your icons are available on the home screens. Now there's a new launcher that will be updated possibly soon, which adds an app drawer, but it's not available for the Vibe P1m at least till now. Now you have a notification quick toggles right up top, and this one is running Android 5.1 Lollipop, not 5.1.1, but I think it will be upgraded further. Now if we talk about storage, out of the 16 gigs of onboard storage, you will get about 10 odd gigs when you get the device. App and app data both are movable to the external SD card. RAM management is also pretty good. We didn't have any issues there. There's lots of free RAM available on the device. Now Vibe UI does come with some interesting features. You have background app management so that you can control which app starts up when the phone is booting up. You have granular permission control available too, so you can deny particular permissions to different apps. So lots of control there without having to install any other special apps. Web browsing was also pretty smooth. Pinch to zoom did work out well, but I did notice a little bit of stutter here and there throughout the UI. And that happens when you have several apps running in the background. Although there's a lot of free RAM, but sometimes the UI begins to lag. And that was visible in gaming as well. Arcade racers generally did play out quite well, but first-person shooter titles like Nova 3 as well as Modern Combat 5 actually lagged quite a bit. So this one is definitely not meant for gaming, although it didn't heat up during that. Here's a look at some of the benchmarks, and compared to the competition, they are a bit on the lower side. But you have to understand, this phone is not a performance monster. This phone is actually supposed to last more than 2 days on a single charge, which the Vibe P1m does very well. You'll easily get through 2 days of moderate usage, and the standby time is also very good on the device. Moreover, Lenovo has made this device quite svelte. It feels great to hold in the hand. At 148 grams and just 9.3 mm in thickness, you really don't feel that this device has a 3900 mAh battery inside. So overall, kudos to Lenovo for designing this smartphone as this is, and as a device that is focused on providing great battery life, this checks all the right boxes. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, let us in the comment section, and as always, have a great day.